So the USS, the Umbrella Security Service team consists of 6 unique characters, all with their own personality, all who have their own class. And each class has a set of passive abilities and active abilities. So each class kind of has their own buffs and reasons to choose them to begin with. And then after you select a class, you can choose between a variety of active skills like camouflage, mini-map scans. If you're a medic, you can cure infections and things like that. But it's only 4-player co-op, so you're only going to have 4 of those classes in the game at any given time. So you kind of got to choose tactically what you're doing. If you don't have a medic and you get infected, you're in trouble. If you don't have surveillance, you don't have mini-map information. So you got to kind of choose your team wisely.
So now during the single-player campaign, you can play individually, though?
Yes, you can play 1-player, 2-player, 3-player, up to 4-player co-op online from start to finish in the campaign mode.
And then how does the infected mechanic work?
So the infection mechanic is actually a brand new mechanic to the Resident Evil franchise. It's the first time you can get infected with the T-virus. And if you get bit by a zombie, attacked by a licker, and when you get infected, a few things happen, right? One is your health gauge is going to turn blue into a blue timer and count down. But during that time, you're infected with the virus. So zombies don't pay attention to you because they think you're a zombie. So that kind of has an advantage. Also, your damage model changes, and you don't take any damage to your body, legs, arms, only your head. So if you're playing versus mode, for example, you can intentionally get infected, run in the other team's base, mess them up, and they can't damage you at all. And if you have a medic, they can heal you and things like that. But once that timer counts all the way down, you click all the way over into full AI-controlled zombie and attack your own teammates. So to avoid that, you can actually shoot your own teammates in the head when they get infected, and they respawn faster, and they don't become a zombie. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with infection.
And coordination at that point.
Yeah, so if you've got a medic on your team, you can deliberately get infected and use that tactically, and then they can heal you. And also, if you've got friendly fire on or off, it doesn't matter. If you get infected, all bets are off, you can still get shot by your teammates.
Okay, so what is three-corner conflict?
So 3-corner conflict is kind of is what we're calling this new type of gameplay that's arisen when we put a TPS, a full TPS kind of game in the Resident Evil universe. So typically, in a third-person shooter, you've got Team A with guns versus Team B with guns, and we certainly have that. We've got the USS, the Umbrella Security Service, versus the United States Special Forces, the Spec Ops. But it's the Resident Evil universe, so you got zombies, lickers, tyrants, hunters in there just indiscriminately attacking everybody. And you can use that to your advantage. That can become, new dangers arise because of that. If somebody shoots you and you start bleeding, zombies come and swarm you. Obviously, you can get infected like we just talked about. Use that to your advantage. So all of the classes, skills, weapons, mechanics like infection are designed around this idea of 3-corner conflict. And we think it's kind of it really makes the third-person shooter gameplay of Operation Raccoon City unique to other TPSs out there, we think.
And so can you tell us a little bit about what's happening on the screen right now?
So what you're seeing right now actually is one of our new characters, 4 Eyes, using the new sidearm technique. So because there's so much melee danger, not just people with guns, there's zombies that can come from beside you, behind you. We have a full 360 CQC system where your melee attacks can go in any direction, as well as your sidearm. So in a TPS game, if you're firing and somebody comes up to the side of you, you kind of have to do this move. In our game, you can pull your sidearm out and immediately fire in any direction that you want. And so 4 Eyes was just using her sidearm there. And here you can see some lickers running around. These guys are new here at E3, some classic Resident Evil 2 enemies. So like I said, it takes place during Resident Evil 2 and 3, and so all those classic enemies, characters, story events, you kind of get to relive all that from another perspective.
Fantastic. When is the game coming out?
The game is coming out this winter on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC.
Thank you so much. We cannot wait.